Yo guys, I explained all my settings at the end of the video, but first there's a banger montage. Everything in it is perfectly synced, but of course it's your decision, but I highly recommend you to watch it. You will not regret it. So yeah, that's it. Enjoy the video.
The joke was like, they're like, what's your name? He goes, you. He goes, no, I'm me. He goes, no, he's me. He goes, no. Jackie Chan.
Saucy, bitch, I do this often. My bitch is bad, she always in office. So I got a tag on running my body. Keep the pads, I'm living new fast with 20 my dash. I'm hoping I lost him. Mr. Bragg, I did his bag and took what he had. Don't care what it cost him. He broke, turning to a hoe. It seems before shit exhausting. Ran on a hoe. I wanna be known, the stage of my soul. You ran him awesome. Already been broke, I'm better alone. Don't need me a hoe. I haven't been tossing. I let he won't. Know that I know you gon' get exposed. Proceed with caution. Ran up a check and go buy a baguette. Naked and wet, they drip like a faucet. Hope on the rest of these demons are crap. Blood in my step, now I'm standing in the car. Making a mess, look up at the crest. Smoke up a check, I'm higher than Martians. My mom says she see I'm depressed. Apply all the pressure cause I'm in a bargain. Find a whip on parking. One of the keys I put just started. I got my eye on target. I'm too deep and I don't have a harness. Told me want us to party. Soon as I make it, I say I'm a harvest. 25 on my garments. Son of a demon, I started an artist. I let the flames spark. The tired of trash floating the market. Put them in back, seeing the sharpest. Now they can make me one when they all want. I need to hate, yeah, I want one. Need to do better, I'm better when no one. I need to drink, bitch, pour me a tall one. Hope I can hear my soul voice all done.
Yo guys, it's your boy Dymbz here. I hope you enjoyed the montage. Now finally is the time for me to explain my settings, like actually explain and go through everything. But before we jump into that, if you want to buy my merch, the link is in the description. Use code Dymbz for 10% off. I highly recommend this pink hoodie and I really like this cap too. There's so many colors you can choose from. There are two types of t-shirts, sweatshirts, there's hoodies, there's pretty much everything you could ask for. So if you are interested in buying this, link is in the description. If you don't have the money to buy my merch but you still play Fortnite, I would recommend you to use my supporter creator code in the item shop. It really helps me out. Alright, so jumping into the settings, I use a normal DualShock 4 controller, no paddles at the back. I have a high-rise control freak on the right stick. I think it might be a left one for you on the camera now, but I use it on the right stick. So that's my controller. Alright, so now jumping into the settings. These are just the basic settings. I won't explain anything about these settings. They're kind of basic. You can copy them if you want. These are the ones that I recommend you to use. My hard scale is at 55% and I pretty much have everything on. Okay, so here are my sensitivities. So I have my edit hold time at 0 seconds. I'll explain that soon. I use the advanced options on the settings tab. My build and edit mode sensitivities are 1.5 both. Look horizontal and vertical speed are at 90%. No boost at all. I don't recommend you to use boost. I don't like it at all. It's super weird. So I don't recommend you guys use that. I have my ADS at the default one, which is 16%. No boost there again. Look dampening time is at 0 seconds. If you put it anywhere higher, even the default one, it feels kind of weird, so I would recommend you guys use 0 seconds. I play on linear, you can play on exponential, but if you want fast and flashy edits and builds, I would recommend you guys to use linear. And then dead zone, again kind of the same thing that I just explained. If you want to be a flashy player, I would recommend using it at 5%, or if you have stick drift, put it like 6, 7 or 8%. But anything higher than that is pretty much for smooth players, I would say. And then this mysterious foot controller setting, I have it turned off. I know a lot of people have it on, and I used to have it on as well. I took it off because I don't really know what it does, so I just keep it off. Alright, and then moving on to the bind. So I am a claw player and I use my own settings. If you play non-claw, I don't recommend you guys to use these settings. If you're in paddles, you can use these settings, but make sure you guys bind the edit and jump and switch mode to your paddles. Okay, so here's the extremely confusing part that a lot of people don't understand. I actually edit on triangle. Even though in my clips it says I edit with switch mode, that's not true. I edit with triangle. What I use switch mode for is editing through structures, like in this clip.
Name, he goes, you. No, I'm me. He goes, no, he's.
As you guys could see, I edited the pyramid through the ramp with this switch mode / edit bind, which is bound to my touchpad. And then when I do my spam edits and normal edits, I use triangle. So that's the confusing part that a lot of people don't know about my settings. And yeah, and then everything else is pretty basic. There's nothing that's insanely weird or anything like that. Build control, same thing. In some of my complex clips, you can see me rotate my ramps and everything. I do that with R3. Then more about my editing. I confirm my edits with L2 and I reset with R1. So I edit with triangle, then I select the edit with R2 and then confirm with L2. So that's it. and then again dead zone 0.5, 0.5, and those are my settings, guys. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys. I know my settings are pretty weird. I play on a super high sensitivity. If you play on console, I wouldn't recommend you to guys use my sensitivity. You should go a lot lower because you have more input delay and less FPS. Yeah, other than that, feel free to copy my settings if you play claw or something if you want. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. See you in my next one.